Hello, this is Carolina from samprema.com. Today we have our asana that we go through, and the preparations for this asana is Padmasana, or the full lotus pose. This is something that I still work with myself also almost daily, because I have lately just come myself into the full lotus pose. So that's something that I want to share with you guys also, too, that it's even people that have been doing yoga for a while can have the difficulties to come into lotus pose. So don't mistrust yourself, don't be sad over the fact that if you cannot come to the full lotus pose. Maybe someday you will do it, or maybe not, but it's always possible to make modifications. Or if you practice it daily, you maybe someday even come to the full lotus pose. So we start with the preparations. I start the preparations from sitting with my legs forward. I take my right knee to my chest and just wiggle a little bit your knee to find a soft hip. Try to find a free joint to soften the hip. Then I let the knee fall down, still feeling the free hip. And when I have my heel quite high up in my groin, I try to open up a little bit this joint here. So I move my calf outwards, but I also move my thigh muscle, lift it a little bit upwards or outwards. So I get a little bit more free space in my joint. Next thing, when I feel that my knee can be here without any pain in my knee joint, I start to lift my feet up. So I put both my hands below my feet or my leg, and I rotate my heel upwards, and I lift my foot to my thigh. I try to lift my heel towards my stomach, my navel. I can hold it here for a moment and then just let the foot rest on my thigh. If this feels painful, or when you can't come with your knee towards your mat, you can use blocks or bolsters to put underneath your knee, so you lose the pain in your knee, and you can just relax in your hip and just try to soften here and take one leg at a time. Then heel to the groin, free the knee joint, and just soften up in the hip. Rotate your heel and your palm of your feet upward. Drive the heel towards your navel and lift your feet over the thigh. Here you can also try to push your knees a little bit more near each other if you want to, but just slightly and without any violence. No pain in the knee joint. So try to soften up in the hip. and straighten up the legs. And when you have been with this preparation and doing this for a while, you can go to the next level. Then you can come to the butterfly pose. And this is something that is really good to do if you have a wall behind your back. So come with your feet together, your heels near to your groins, as near as you can. Put your hands on your knees and just let your knees go up and down, just to get some movement in your hips. And place your hands on your knees. Press your hands down and your knees up with inhale. Exhale and relax and push your knees slightly down, little by little. Inhale and press knees towards hands, and exhale, let your knees press down. Inhale, press up, and exhale, let your knees go down. Next step from here is to take your hands around your feet and inhale, lengthen in your spine. Exhale, let your heart fall down towards your feet. And breathe here just for a couple of breaths. Then you can take a grip from your feet, open up your palms up to the skies, and press slightly with your elbows towards your knees or thighs. This is all preparation for the full lotus pose. After this, you can straighten up your legs and take your right knee towards your chest. Lift your leg up, put your feet towards your elbow and the other arm around your knee, and just rock your leg like a baby. Lift your foot up and try to come with your foot towards your sternum or your heart, the middle of your chest, and just hold it there for a moment. And come down with your feet and take the other side. Knee towards the chest. Let your hip be free, soften up. Lift up your leg, foot to your elbow, other arm around your knee, and just rock the baby. And just try to relax in your hip. And after for a while, try to get your foot towards your heart. And come down with your feet together. Now the next step for the trying to come to full lotus. You may want to take one leg at a time. before you go to lift the both feet and bind them together. So you just take one of your feet and put the foot under your hip. You lift your other foot front. Just seek the free hip and lift. Rotate your heel and your palm upwards and try to pull the leg so you can get your feet to rest over your other thigh. So this is where you may want to start. And in the final pose, you want to have your knees quite close to each other, but I'm not there quite yet. So this is where I am now, trying to lift even the other foot, rotating the heel up and the palm up, opening up the joints. And here we are, Padmasana, or the full lotus pose. So namaste, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.